Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening po sa inyo lahat dyan. Ipagpatuloy po natin yung pagbabasa ng Bible ngayon. Sana po makinig po kayo. Kanina po, siguro napanood nyo na yung unang first chapter 1. Ito po parang chapter 2 ng pagbabasa po tungkol po sa Bible. Ito po tungkol sa good son and the bad son. Kasi po sa buhay po natin, minsan hindi po natin pag nagkaanak po tayo, mayroon po tayong mga anak na tinatawag natin minsan na nanilihis ng landas, pero hindi po sabihin na hindi po natin sila mga anak. Para ang Panginoon po, mayroon siyang bad angel, mayroon siyang good angels, pero yun lahat, creation niya yun. Siya po nag-create niyan. Kaya tayong mga magulang, tayo pong mga tao dito sa lupa, mayroon din tayong similarity po sa nangyayari po sa Panginoon. Na nag-create siya ng bad angel, good angels, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't mean na hindi po niya yan lahat mga anak. Siyempre mga anak niya yung lahat. Ngayon, dito sa lupa, meron din tayong mga bad son, good sons, pero sana po tayong mga magulang, wag po natin silang husgahan, mahalin pa rin natin mga anak natin, kasi kung hindi dahil sa atin, hindi rin po sila magkakaganyan. Kaya ako po, nalulungkot pa ako doon sa mga kabataan na napababayaan ng mga magulang. At habang po minsan binubuntis pa lang, ayaw na nilang tanggapin na anak nila, kaya para bang napakalungkot, diba? Kaya nga guys, ito basahin ko sa inyo po ang the good son and the bad son. Okay, kung ano po ang hinanatnan nito, maririnig po ninyo. Okay, look at Cain and Abel now. They have both grown up. Cain had become a farmer. He grown grains, fruits, and vegetables in the garden. Abel has become a keeper of the sheep. He likes to take care of little lamb. They grow up into big sheep, and so Abel soon has a whole flock of sheep to watch over. One day, Cain and Abel bring a gift to God. Cain brings some food he has grown, and Abel bring the very best sheep he has. God is pleased with Abel and his gift, but he is not pleased with Cain and his gift. Do you know why? It is not just Abel's gift is better than Cain. It is because Abel is a good man. He loves God and his brother. But Cain is bad. He does not love his brother. So God tell Cain that he should change his ways. But Cain does not listen. He is very angry because God like Abel's better. So Cain says to Abel, let us go over into the field. There's when they are all alone. Cain and his brother Abel, he hits him with hard that he kills him. He hits him hard that he kills him. Wasn't that terrible things for Cain to do, that he kills his brother? Even though Abel died, God still remember him. Abel was good, and God never forget a person like that. So one day God will bring Abel back to life. At that time, Abel will never have to die. He will be able to live here on earth forever. Won't it be fine to get to know a person like Abel? But God is not pleased with a person like Cain. So after Cain killed his brother, God punished him by sending him far away from the rest of his family. When Cain went away to live in another part of the earth, he took with him one of his sisters, and she became his wife. In time, Cain and his wife began to have children. Their sons and daughter of Adam and Eve got married, and they also had children. Soon, there were many people on earth. Let's learn about that then. So guys, ito guys, explain ko lang sa inyo sa Tagalog about the bad son and the good son. Si Abel at Cain ay grow up together as children. Nabubuhay silang magkasama, magkapatid. Si Abel naging become keeper, naging tagapag-alaga ng mga hayop, at si Cain naman ay tagapag-alaga ng mga halaman. One day, dalawa sila, si Cain tsaka si Abel, nag-give an offer to God. Abel nag-offer sa God ng hayop. Tapos si Cain naman nag-offer sa God ng mga prutas, na mga ano niya sa garden. Kaya lang ang offer ni Abel tinanggap ng Panginoon, kaya nagkaroon siya ng jealousy ba. Nagselo siya sa kapatid niya, kaya inimbita niya si Cain, si Abel doon sa kabilang dako ng bukid. Tapos ang ginawa niya, pinokpok niya si Abel ng bato at ito ikinamatay ni Abel. Okay? Ngayon sabi ng Panginoon, parusahan kita at ipapadala kita sa isang bahagi ng earth. Inano siya ng Panginoon, tapos dinala niya yung isa niyang kapatid na babae. Ngayon, yung isang kapatid na babae ni Abel, ni Cain, ay naging asawa niya. Kaya doon nagsimula ang pag-asawahan ng magkakapatid na dito sa mundo, kaya dumami ang tao. Diba? Ngayon, si Abel naman, ginawa ng Panginoon na magiging good angel sa lupa, na kasama ng mga, kasama natin siya ngayon. Kaya, ngayon, ang nangyari guys, God punished him by sending him far away. Ginawa ni Lord, pinadala si Cain sa bahagi ng mundo, tapos ang mga anak niya, ang anak ng kanyang kapatid, sa anak din niya, maging mag-asawa, kaya nung nag-ano sila sa mundo, kaya tayo lahat guys, magkakapatid tayo lahat. In the eyes of God, tayo magkakapatid, nung unang panahon, naging mag-asawa, naging mag-ano, kaya sa dako ng mundo, nabubuhay yung iba, sa iba dito sa Pilipinas, iba sa ano, pero tayo po guys, isa lang po tayong lahi, tayo created by one God. Okay? Kaya ito naman basahin ko sa inyo ang The Brave Man. As the number of people began to increase on earth, most of them did bad things like Cain, but one man was different. He is the man named Enoch, was the brave man. The people all around him were very bad, doing very bad things, but Enoch still kept on serving God. Do you know why those people back then do so many bad things? Well, think. Who caused Adam and Eve to disobey God, to eat the fruits that God said they should not be eaten? Yes, it was bad angel. The Bible calls him Satan, and he is still trying to get everyone to be bad. One day God had Enoch tell the people something they did not want to hear. It was this: God is someday going to destroy all the bad people, and the people were probably very angry to hear this. They may even had tried to kill Enoch, so Enoch needed to be very brave to tell the people about what God was going to do. God did not let Enoch live a long time enough among those bad people. Enoch lived to be only 365 years old. Can you imagine guys, people before lived 300 years. Why do we say only 356 years? Because men in those days were much stronger than now and lived much longer. Why? Enoch's son lived to be 969 years old. Well, after Enoch died, the people just got worse and worse. The Bible say that everything they thought about was bad all the time. And thus the earth became filled with violence. Do you know one of these reasons why this was so much trouble on earth in those days? It is because Satan had new ways of getting the people to do bad things. We will learn about this next. If someone were walking towards you and he was as tall as the ceiling in your house, what would you think? That person would be a giant? At one time, there really were giants on earth. The Bible knows that their father were angels from heaven, but how could that be? Remember that bad angel Satan was busy making troubles. He was even trying to get God angels to be bad. In time, some of these angels started to listen to Satan. They stopped the work that God had for them to do in heaven, and they came down to earth and made human bodies for themselves. Do you know why? The Bible says that it is because the Son of God saw the pretty woman on earth and wanted to live with them. So they come to earth and marry these women. The Bible says that this was wrong because God made the angels to live in heaven, not on earth. When the angels and their wives had babies, their babies were different. At first, they may not have looked very different, but they keep growing bigger and bigger and getting stronger and stronger until they become giants. These giants were bad, and because they were so big and strong, they would hurt people. They tried to force anyone to be like themselves. Enoch had died, but there was one man on earth now who was good, this man named as Noah. He always did what God wanted him to do. One day, God told Noah that the time had come to destroy the bad people, but God was going to save Noah, his family, and many other animals on earth. Noah built an ark. Noah had a wife and 3 sons. His sons named Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And each of these sons had a wife. So there were 8 persons in Noah's family. God now had Noah do a strange thing. He told him to build a big ark. This ark was large like a ship, but looked more like a big, long box. Make it 3 floors high, God said, and put rooms in it. And rooms were for Noah and his family, and animals and food for all of them would be needed. God also told Noah to fix up an ark so that no water could leak in. God said, I am going to send a great flood of water and destroy the whole world. Everyone not in the ark will die. Noah and his son obeyed God and started building, but other people just laughed. They keep being bad. Nobody believed Noah when he told them that God is what's going to do. It took a long time to build an ark because it was too big. Finally, after many years, he was finished. Now God told Noah to bring the animals into the ark. God said to bring in 2 of some kind of animals, both male and females, but other kind of animals God told Noah to bring in 7. God also told Noah to bring all the different kinds of birds. Noah did just what God said. Afterwards, Noah and his family also went into the ark, and God shut the door inside. Noah and his family waited. Just imagine you are there in the ark and then waiting. What would there really be? The flood, as God said? Let's see. Now, because there's also already a lot of bad people in the world, what God told Noah to build an ark. And then when this ark is finished, tapos na itong ark na to, ay nagsabi si Lord sa kanya na magdala ng paris-paris na mga hayop sa loob ng ark. Pero ang mga tao hindi pa rin naniniwala sa kanya. Pinagtatawanan pa siya. Kaya nung napuno na yung nadala na niya lahat yung mga hayop doon sa loob ng ark, pumasok na rin sila at isinara ng Panginoon ang ark. Tapos, ang nangyari guys, nandoon sila sa loob ng ark, nag-antay sila na nag-antay. Ito na. The Great Flood. Ito yung The Great Flood guys. Outside the ark, the people went about their life the same as before. They still did not believe that God's flood would come. They must have laughed more than ever, but they soon stopped laughing. All of the sudden began to fall. It poured down from the sky as when you pour water from the bucket. Noah had been right, but it was too late now for anybody else to get into the ark. The door had been closed tight by God. So all the low ground was covered. The water became like big rivers. It pushed over the trees, rolled over the big stone, and made a lot of noise. And the people were afraid. They climbed up to the highest ground. Oh, how they wished they could have listened to Noah and gotten into the ark when the door was still open for them. But now it was too late. The water kept getting higher and higher for 40 days and 40 nights. The water poured out of the sky. It rose up the sides of the mountain, and soon even tallest mountains were covered. So just as God had said, all the people and animals outside ark died, but everyone inside was safe. Noah and his sons have done good job building the ark. The water lifted it up and float right on the top of the water. Then one day after the rain stopped falling, the sun began to shine, and what sight it was! There was just one big ocean everywhere, and the only thing that could be seen was the ark floating on top of the water. The giants were gone now. No more would they be around to hurt people. All of them died along with their mothers and the rest of the bad people. But what happened to their fathers? The father of the giant were not really human people like us. They were angels that had come down to live as men on earth. So then the flood came. They did not die with the rest of the people. They stopped using human bodies as they made and went back to heaven as angels. But they were no longer allowed to be part of the family of God, so they became angels of Satan. In the Bible, they were called demons. God now made a wind blows, and the water of the flood began to go down. 5 months later, the ark came to rest on the top of the mountain, and many more days passed, and those inside the ark could look out and see the top of the mountain, and the water kept on going down and down. And then Noah let the blackbirds called Raven out of the ark. It would fly away for a while, and then it would come back because it could not find a good place to land. It keeps doing this, and each time it's returned, it would rest on the ark. Noah wanted to see if the water had run off the earth. So next, he sent the dove out to the ark, out of the ark, but the dove came back too because it did not find a place to stay. Noah sent it out the second time. It brought back an olive leaf and on its beak. So Noah knew that the water has gone down. Noah sent out the dove of the third time and finally found a dry place to live. God now spoke to Noah. He said, "Go out of the ark. Take your whole family and animals with you. They had been inside the ark for more than whole year. So they can just imagine how happy they all were outside again to be alive. See guys, ang Panginoon talaga guys, gumagawa talaga ng paraan para mabawasan ang tao sa mundo na masasama, di ba? Ngayon, ang nangyayari kasi we are not believing in God's miracle, we are not believing in God's words. Kaya may mga punishment po yan tulad sa nangyayari ngayon sa atin. Hindi tayo naniniwala na ang mga virus, ang mga ano na yan ay gawa na yan ng Panginoon para tayo parusahan dito sa mundo. Kaya lang hindi naman natin masasabi na lahat ng mga nagkakasakit ay masasamang tao dahil we are not God. Only God knows kung sino po yung mga masasama. At tayo mismo sa sarili natin guys, malalaman natin kung tayo po ay gumagawa ng kabutihan o gumagawa ng kasamaan sa kapatid natin, sa kapwa-tao. Kaya tayo guys, ngayon guys, Holy Week, tayo, manalangin tayo, magbigay tayo bigyan natin ng pagkakataon ng ating sarili na magsisi sa ating mga kasalanan, at yung mga tao man nagbigay sa atin ng mga kasalanan at pagkakaalam natin ay pinaparusahan tayo nila, lang natin sa Panginoon, ibigyan natin sa Panginoon ng ating mga sakripisyo na sana po bigyan tayo ng Panginoon ng isang pag-asa na matikman natin ang mga biyaya na dapat ay matikman natin sa kabilang buhay. Okay guys, ito na lang guys, pagpatuloy natin ang ating mamaya, babasahin ko mamaya ako paano natin tungkol kay Jesus. Kaya guys, anin muna natin, napakahaba nito guys, nabasahin. Kaya antay-antay lang natin na masakit ang likod ko. Kaya guys, thank you very much guys for watching and listening to me. Ipagpatuloy ko po ang pagbabasa nito mamaya. I just have to have a rest, and then hindi ko ito guys na-upload because we don't have any internet at the moment. Okay, i-upload ko ito guys in the next days o baka mamaya pag mayroon na kami internet. Okay guys, thank you very much guys, and I love you very much, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye bye.